Hey guys, random live. I'm coming to you straight from the shower. You know when you get those ideas when you're in the shower and you're like, that can't wait. So coming to you with wet hair still because I had a good idea. A lot of people ask me about crystal grids when I'm doing my next class. Kind of got a monkey wrench for the in-person classes. So I figured let's talk about something that I offer in the shop, especially while I still have everybody's boxes are still open from Friday's party, just because I was waiting. I ordered special little jars for the Moldavite, so they came today, so they'll be getting packed up tonight and tomorrow. But until then, I figure while you guys' boxes are open, if anyone wanted to take advantage of this other option that I have, you could add it in, or if anyone else is just interested in crystal grids and wants like a little at-home kit, it's just totally like on the fly this video. I just had the idea to come talk to you guys really quick. So here I am, and thank you all for joining in. Woohoo! Happy Sunday, happy Father's Day, everybody. So this is something that I have on my website. Oh, I should have added the link to the to my post, but I didn't. But you could go on thevenusmoon.com/shop if you want to buy one of these. But this is something that I offer for all the people that want to learn how to do the crystal grids, want to come to my classes and you can't make it. I'm going to eventually do like a Zoom online class for crystal grids. It's me we're talking about though, so who knows when that's going to fall into place. It will eventually. I feel it, but it might not be in the next month. So until then, and if you can't, get one-on-one with me, here's an option. Of course, all this stuff is available free online too. Like, I'm totally transparent. I'm not here to take your guys' money. This is just a way to kind of like put everything together in like a nice little package for the people that don't want to go like scrounging around on the internet for advice and like, is this site right? Is that site right? Reading all the books and listening to all the podcasts. So I've done all that work. I've listened to all the podcasts. I've read most of the books on crystal grids that I could find and crystals in general, and searched the internet high and low, and I channeled in a lot of stuff too, so I kind of combined everything into a little package. And they have been available on my site this whole time, but I think they kind of go unnoticed. So I just want to show you guys, if anyone wants it, you can go right to my site to buy them. Let me know if they sell out on there. I didn't even check how many I have in stock, but I make them. So when you see them, you're going to see they're very, I'm not a crafty person, but I did add a little shine because, it's me. But it's actually the goodie bag that I give away in my crystal grid classes. So to anyone that comes to my in-person crystal grid classes, you'll get a little goodie bag package. And this package also, to anyone who wants to come to a future class, whether it's in person or online, will act as a $10 discount to your class with me. So my classes are usually only $20. Literally half of that goes to supplies and the energy to make these crystal grid kits, because even though they don't look like much, they were a lot of work. So just to kind of cover all that to make me want to keep making them. But without further ado, here we go. I just want to give you an idea. These are just a few of them. So you can see they're very prissy goodie bags, but it's what's inside that counts, right? So here we go, up close. You can see here's my little bling I added for you guys. But inside of each kit for $10 is a little mini grid base that I made for you guys. Like, I actually, custom made them and ordered them and everything. Also, of course, my business card. This is the color guide and the shape guide. So when you're doing, like, a big part of my class is about the different colors of crystals and the, like, intentions that they have as you're using them for your grids. So I go over the colors and what each one means, so that way you kind of have like a little cheat sheet next to you when you're making your grids. And then the other side is the shape guide, which goes over the different shapes you can lay your crystals in, or like, this, for example, is the Flower of Life of Sacred Geometry. So like that's on there at the bottom, what that means if you want to lay them on that. There's like the spiral is a really cool way to lay them. The triangle is a cool way to lay them. Triangles, right? That's my thing. Those triangles make portals. Like, here, I'll give you a little sneak peek what the triangle means. So if you're going to make your grid in a triangle, it's for support. It's good grid for strength. Like if you're using a lot of like tiger's eye and tourmaline and pyrite and those like strong crystals in your grid, triangle might be good to lay them in, because it's going to like help to set that strength into it. Also really good for connecting to the higher self and angels, because that triangle makes a portal. Like, think about pyramids and all that, like those triangles, they help to, even in like religion, like the Catholic Christian religion, it's the three, right? The Father, Son, Holy Spirit. That three is so powerful and so important. So, you can see how excited I get. Like, the shapes aren't just a shape. It's not just you're laying it in a circle. You're laying it in a circle or a square for a reason, or a triangle. And there's more about the triangle on here too. And then the colors as well. Like, if you're using more red crystals, you might be wanting to activate your root chakra and your protection and your grounding and your strength. If you're using more purple crystals, probably connected more to third eye, you know, and the way you can combine them and mix and match. Like, say, I want to learn to talk with spirit. You might want to use some throat chakra crystals, the blue, for communication and clarity, and then some white crystals for spirit connection in the crown chakra. So it kind of gives you, like I said, that little cheat sheet of how to mix and match your intentions. You also get, and they're all flipped around in there, and I do that on purpose because I really want the bags to pick you. They are little crystal chip grids that I put together, and I literally laid each one out and like felt the stones and connected with each stone and made each grid with an intention. And I set that intention so you could see, like, okay, I didn't use the best pen, so you can totally see it through. And backwards, this grid says grounding. And then underneath, I wrote what types of crystals are in there. So I could tell there's red jasper, tourmaline, and then each one gets a little piece of just quartz crystal in there, too, for the center stone. So you get all that stuff in there, and that way you can kind of, like, make your little practice grid. And here, oh, so I have it all here so you can see it a little bit better. Of course, I have it all open. So here's the crystal grid sheet. Oh my gosh, thanks, Gwen. Here is my little grid. It's a coaster. Okay. We're just going to be real. I ordered coasters because I looked around. I wanted to, for my first crystal grid class, I was like, everyone's got to take a grid home today. And I didn't want to print out papers. And like, I was looking at like the wood burned ones or like just ordering some. And oh my God, that I would have never been able to make that money back in a class. Like, I wouldn't feel good charging like $60 a ticket. I like 20. I want to share the information and give you guys a goodie bag. So I ordered, coasters seemed like the best way because they're nice and sturdy. And they just fit. It's like a perfect little nightstand grid if you want, or the windowsill grid, or it fits really well wherever. And then here's the little crystals. Oh, look, I can make it right now. So this pack I didn't label, but I think it's the same stones. Isn't that random? So, oh, this one has tiger's eye in it too. So then also you get with your grids my step-by-step guide on how to lay them out. And again, it's all about your intention. You don't need a step-by-step guide to lay out your crystal grids. This is for those people that really want it. Like, you know, the first few times go step-by-step. So that way, in the future, you kind of have it all down. Like, remember what to do. So, like, step 1 is decide on your altar. Because that's so important in itself. Like, is it going to be on a table? Is it going to be on a windowsill, a nightstand, on someone's body? Like, that alone affects the energy of the grid, too. So really deciding on it. And then, like, cleansing it is step 2. Showing it that respect and really, you know, using mindful cleaners and making sure that energy of that space is just, like, nice and pure. Maybe using some kind of smoke to cleanse the energy. In my class, I go way deep into all these, and then we actually practice it together. So, you know, even though I'm sending this home with you guys, it's still... You can still use this to take my full class because I really go into, I'm really big into like the science and the history of crystal grids. Why is sacred geometry so important? You know, why are crystals so important? What do they do? And you'd be so amazed to find like all the research, how crystals have been used since ancient time really to like help transmit energy. Even in science, there's so many uses. The very first laser beam was guided with a ruby crystal to make that perfect laser. And I mean, LCD screens are a liquid crystal display. So like crystals are in our everyday life. They literally are here and functioning. And, you know, even though we can't see that energy, we can benefit from it. We can use it. And, you know, it works really great with our intentions. So as long as our intentions are exactly what we need them to be and very mindful, that's probably my most important tip is like mindful intentions. You don't want to just be like, I'm going to manifest $1 million with this grid, and then lay out your aventurine and your pyrite and your citrine and, you know, your quartz piece in the middle. I wouldn't, you know, you've got to be more specific than that because there's other ways you can get $1 million that aren't for your greatest and highest good, you know? So, or if you're like, oh, I need to get this because this person, I want to show up. You know, like you just want good energy in it. Like I'm manifesting a Tesla because not only is it a good car for me, but it's also better for the environment, right? Like just have that, how can I help the world with my intentions underneath when you're laying them. So you'll have your little crystal grid, your quartz in the middle, and it also will kind of, I don't go that deep. In my class, There is also a section on like what the center stone means, what the outer stones, and the more outer stones, like each one has a name and kind of like a specific intention as well. I don't go that deep in on this sheet, so that you will have to come to my class for, or if you have questions, just ask me. Or you can actually, I really like the book. The author is Kira Fogg, Fogg. I forget the exact title. I think it might just be called Crystal Grids. That's a really good book if you want a book to kind of, you can't wait for my class or you can't make it to my class. But and the great thing with these little grids too, because in my class we have a part where we all practice making the grids together. Oh my god, why am I bringing crystals out for me to play with in front of you guys? Because I will be sucked in. But so there's a part where we all practice together, and a lot of times people will bring their own crystals to the class too. So, and I'll show them how they can kind of incorporate larger sized crystals. So if you didn't want the quartz in the middle, maybe you could put like, here's a pyrite. That would work great in the middle because the pyrite helps to manifest and draw in your intentions. So you can really mix and match, add your own crystals into your grid if you want to kind of make it bigger. This is a great little starter set for anyone that's just wondering or just getting started, or even like a gift to someone who's wondering about crystals. Eventually I'll get back to doing the classes in person, and eventually I'll do my Zoom class, but until then this is just a great way to kind of get in there and learn on your own without having to like wonder what the best book is or wonder whatever. I did all the research for you guys, and it's only $10, so it's a really like good little jump start to your crystal journey if we can't, talk one-on-one. And if anyone already has the crystal grid kit, like, even if I gave it to you for free, that's awesome too, because you could still use it as a discount for my future classes. So, like I said, half of the ticket for the classes is the $10 to cover your grid. So if you're bringing your own grid, perfect. We'll just do your class for $10. So, I think that's about it. Does anyone have any questions about crystals or crystal grids or anything? Like, since we're live and you guys are here, I appreciate you all joining in on your Sunday. This is, like, I'm about to go to the beach. Like, I just got out of the shower, waiting for Dave and Gabby to get home from his mom's, and we're going to go to the beach. So I figured I would just take 5 minutes to talk a little bit about this, because a lot of people don't realize it's something that I even offer. And it is a nice, handy little tool. I love giving it out to people who are just getting started. How do you purchase? You just want to go to my website, thevenusmoon.com/shop, and it's on there. I think it should be. If it's not $10 on there, let me know and I will. Don't order it. I'll change the price. And if you already have an open basket, just click local pickup, because it'll just be included in with the shipping that you already paid for your Moldavite. All right, you guys. Any other questions? Are the grids good to use to assist in connecting with spirit guides? Sharon, absolutely. A spirit grid that I would put together. See, I don't know if I have any. I definitely have like some psychic connection grids and stuff. They all have different crystals, and they're all going to be randomly selected for you. The card will absolutely tell you like what color crystals to use to best connect with spirit. Crown chakra is the more white and clear crystals like moonstone and quartz. So those will be perfect for this kind of grid, or a spirit grid. Also, blue crystals are good because that's the throat chakra. So that's going to help open up the clarity and the communication. Maybe even some purple, amethyst or something to help open up that third eye. I also forgot to mention, I don't think I have a piece here, but everyone who orders one today is going to get a nice big quartz point, because one of the steps on here is to activate your grid. And a way that I love to do that, I'm like, where's Samantha's basket? Because I know she won one. It's not close enough. But a way that you can actually activate the grid is using a quartz point, and you kind of go back over each piece. So if you order today, you'll get a free nice size quartz point to activate your grids with. And you could even use it as the center stone, but I like having it kind of like to turn on the energy. You want to go over each stone and visualize what intention each stone has. So that's a $3 crystal you guys will get for free in here too. Let's see. Can you help to cleanse and open chakras with grids? Absolutely. So actually, one way you could do grids is on your body. Like, going over these crystals, they each connect to a different part of the body. So, you can lay down, and depending what chakra you need to open, you could just kind of make a little grid on there. Or if you don't want to do that, you could I like to pick a center stone to represent me. So like, a lot of times, it depends how I'm feeling that day. It might be a different stone. So that could go in the middle. And then depending what kind of healing you need, like tiger's eye is really good for gut health. So if I'm having tummy troubles, then I can do like me in the middle, and then tiger's eye, and then whatever else, healing stones, maybe bloodstone to help detoxify, or but each crystal is going to have a different intention. So as long as you're kind of like visualizing yourself getting better and healing and all that as you're doing it, or if it represents somebody else, you could put them, a picture of them or something around. But yeah, I've made lots of healing grids. The center stone, totally negotiable. Quartz is a pretty good one. It's pretty universal. It just really helps to amplify the intentions of the other crystals. So that's why I put quartz in each one. But you can, for the center stone, you can really get fun. You know, you could do like an animal totem. You could do some, I have one grid with my mother's engagement ring in there in the center, just to like kind of help keep her energy around. I have one grid with money in the middle and a pyrite on top of that, and then underneath is an unscratched scratch off ticket to help with like abundance and good luck. Yeah, there really is no wrong or right, and that too I go over so in depth in my class. This doesn't go quite as in depth. It's literally just the 8 steps. The eighth one isn't even really a step. It's just telling you to remember to tune into your grids daily. One thing with the grids is there's a couple different, I mean, there's really no right or wrong. Like if you do a grid on your body, 10 minutes is fine. But they say 40 days is the cycle of Venus. And that is the time period that it takes to really, you know, program that energy. So 40 days is like best bet. And then, you know, 5 minutes is better than nothing. Definitely good kickstart step-by-step guide. And if you guys have any questions, you know, I am always here. Even if I can't answer you right away, I'll be here to get back. Hey, Clarissa. Oh my gosh, you will love these. They're really good. If you're just getting into it, or, you know, really wanting to even dive deeper into crystal grids, like you already make some and you're like, how can I up my crystal grid game? This is just a cute little way, all put together with lots of love. I charge each grid with Reiki as I'm making it. And then before I send it, I kind of shift the Reiki energy to your energy, so it'll be even more programmed for you. Oh my God, I have so many crystal grids around my house. Pretty much every window. And that's the thing too, crystal grids can be, I'm wearing a crystal grid right now. Like my earrings, I have tourmaline, aventurine, garnet, and shungite. So, and as I put each one, I'm like health, protection, you know, I don't want the bad vibes going in. And then aventurine just for like good luck and love and abundance. So, you know, as long as you're mindful and setting intentions on where you're laying your crystals, you can have the one tourmaline keychain and say, you know, set intentions, and that's a 1 stone grid. Your whole house could be a grid. You know, you could put a crystal in each corner of the house and like, you know, hide one in a center somewhere. You can have outdoor grids. There's no right or wrong. So that's why I'm saying like this is not even necessary. Like I'm not here saying like you have to buy this if you want your crystals to work. No, this is kind of like a little cheat sheet for you guys for just $10 extra. Sorry, my hair, I just got out of the shower. It's drying very weird. Oh my gosh, Clarissa, I saw your picture. Congratulations. It's, I bet you were already kind of like working with the energy too. Like I just see that in your energy. Like you are such an energy worker. So I guarantee you that the getting attuned just kind of like open that flow and that channel up even more for you. So I'm so excited for you. Like that's going to be such a great kickstart for your journey too. And crystals are a great way to do Reiki too. Like if you have someone laying on the table, either like making a grid around them, like on the floor, in the corners of the room. Like, oh my God, my office is one big grid too. You could do the crystals on their body, and even like working with a pendulum during your Reiki. Oof, I could go into it. So that's why my crystal grid class is like 2 hours long, because I really go in depth. We talk about everything from the history and, you know, sacred geometry. I give a little math lesson. We talk about Fibonacci and the golden spiral. But I feel like it's so important. Like this stuff isn't just like woo to me. This is functional. And a lot of the people that I listen to more are like people who were doctors or scientists or whatever, and then like incorporated this into their practice after being so on such a like logical and grounded path. All right, so you guys, any other questions before I sign off? Dave and Gabby should be home any minute, and we're gonna head to the beach for sunset. So late tonight, so we won't be there for the sunset, but we will be there. And today's the new moon too, so oh my gosh, this is the perfect day to set intentions. If you have crystals already, you know, Set them with your intentions for this next moon cycle. What seeds do you want to plant? What do you want to manifest? What goals do you want to set for yourself? Maybe write them down, write your paper, and then lay your crystals on top of it. And you could draw your own little shape. You could draw like the spiral or the triangle over, Look, I love Pinterest too. Like if you're in a pinch and you are waiting for this and it's not there yet, Pinterest gives me some of my favorite little cheat sheets that I find. You just search it, crystal grid, whatever, advice. All right, you guys. Love yous. Thank you so much for hanging with me for a little bit on this gorgeous Sunday. It's supposed to thunderstorm here all day, and it is beautiful. So hopefully it hangs out for us. And I hope you all have a great day and happy Father's Day and give the daddies some love. All right. Talk to you guys soon. I'll see you next Friday, if not sooner.